What do you guys talk about in that second intermission there? You got a power play going in and you're down 3-1.
Yeah, just had to work harder, win more puck battles and try to get the first on the power play there and quickly and keep working after that. But yeah, I think we worked hard on the third one and that's how we need to keep playing.
I know you guys don't talk about last season that much, but after going 0 for 14, how important is it to get the power play going?
Oh yeah, for sure, it's huge. In the playoffs, when you get it going, it helps a lot, and it's important. So it's great that got some goals there, and hopefully we can keep doing that.
Matt Shane's really been fighting it through these playoffs, and just how good to see him get one and end up being the game winner there.
Yeah, that's great. It's he's been working hard to get that one, but yeah, it's really happy for him, and it's for sure get some more confidence from that, and probably gonna be a little more goals right now.
Miro, to have a third period comeback like that, what does that do for just the overall confidence of the team, no matter what the situation of the game is?
Yeah, it's great. It's always great to come back, and it's a good team against us, and can do that against them. It's gives us confidence, and we know how we need to play right now. It's just have to work harder. I think first two periods weren't good enough. So that's a really good third, and we just need to keep doing that.
What is it about this team that makes you guys so confident and comfortable playing from behind in the third period?
We got great four lines, great six demon. It's doesn't matter who is on the ice. Everybody can score a goal, or it's just deep team. And when we are working hard like that, it's anything is possible.
Miro, before the game today, earlier this morning, Pete said if he picked one thing from last year's series between these two teams that he wanted to change. Hey, don't go 0 for 14 in the power play. And then you guys rip off 3 straight there in the third period. What was different in the third period? Because the first power play did look a little shaky. What changed in the third period? And to be able to pop 3 in a row, what does that say about that unit?
Yeah, I think we were moving the puck quicker, and there was guys in front of the net and little traffic there, and just try to get shots through. It's pretty simple, but it's usually working pretty well.
Is there a degree of kind of figuring them out as you go along that resulted in that third period?
Yeah, for sure. It's like I said a couple of times already, but we work hard and outwork them in the third, I feel like, and just it's simple game. Usually in playoffs it's working, and it's I think that's why we got the win.
You're getting pucks through. Your body language would suggest that you saw that top corner open. Is that did you see that the screen set up in that opening?
Oh yeah, it was a great screen by Monster, and just try to get it through, and luckily went in. But yeah, great net from by Monster.
The resilience of this team has been talked about a lot all season long. Was tonight a great example of the never quit attitude? What does this group value when it comes to that?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's it doesn't matter if we're down 2 goals, however many goals, but we never quit, and there's always a chance to come back, and we feel like if we play like that, pressure the demon and play in their zone more, it's always a chance to win. So it's great third, but we keep doing that, and it's gonna be good.
Late in a game against such a great opponent, what kind of confidence does that give this group?
It's never perfect, the game. I don't think we played really good the first 2 periods, and obviously the second goal, Miro's goal, that gave us a lot of energy, and we got our game going, and obviously power play was the difference tonight.
How much of a difference on the power play tonight? Because it obviously popped there in the third period. You guys were really moving the puck well.
Yeah, when you look at the goals, there's a screen in front of the net, Miro's goal, my goal, so we gotta get on the goalie's ice and just get some pucks in there.
When you put 5 goals in a period, how much momentum can that potentially give you going forward into the rest of the series?
It's a new game again on Friday, so that was it, and we got to start from the beginning again.
How did you feel like you guys were able to limit Connor McDavid, especially later?
you said, there's good players. Obviously, with Connor, how he plays, it's never easy. So I think in the third period we did a pretty good job, and hopefully we can keep it going.
How much different does this power play look with Miro Heiskanen running it now that he's back?
I mean, he's great. Obviously, it's great to have him back. He's one of the best defensemen in the world, so you love to have him back. And obviously, his goal or his the way he can make some plays, it's big for us.
What was it like to see Matt Duchene finally break through for that first playoff goal?
It was great. It was obviously a big goal for us, and I'm happy for him for sure.
And when you think about Tyler's first goal, how big was that to kind of settle things early in the game?
Yeah, it was big. Obviously, I think he played great tonight, so that was great. Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Over here. What shifted for you guys coming out of the second intermission, and just in the spot you were in going into the third period feels like a big boost going into that third?
Dutchie? No, you know what? I think it's a huge goal coming out. We have a power play for a minute. Our power play, we couldn't really get anything going, and these guys' unit did a hell of a job getting that. And Miro it's a great setup. We were able to break in, set up, and you get some life right there. And at that point you're like, okay, we're back in this, and away you go, and we're able to make it happen.
Right side front row, Taylor.
Hey, Tyler.
Hi, Taylor.
How did it feel on that first goal, especially that breakaway? Did it feel a little vintage Tyler Seguin?
Felt nice to beat a guy up the ice with some speed, yeah. So, I mean, it always feels good to score. It feels even better to win. I think I was thinking about that game last year, game one in here, where it was almost like a similar game, and maybe we didn't deserve to win, but tonight we maybe didn't either and found a way. Those are big games at this time of year. Just try to find a way to get a win. There's a great hockey team over there in Edmonton, so we'll take it and run.
Left side second row, Ryan.
It's a game where, of course, you get a lot of offensive contributions, but you're able to get a comeback. For both of you, what kind of sort of becomes maybe the bigger takeaway, just getting that much offensive contribution, or knowing like you're able to come back against a team that this postseason, that's kind of how they've made their trademark?
Yeah, I think, like Tyler said, you score a goal and help your team win, it feels great. But, the wins are the best feeling this time of year, and they're short-lived, and the losses are short-lived. So it's a great comeback win for us. I think, every team we've played so far has a very different makeup to them and a different feel, and there's things that we can do better. And, the nice thing is when you win a game in the playoffs without your A game, it feels like, hey, it's, you want to take it and run with it, and we want to be better next game. And I think, that's a dangerous hockey team over there, and you saw it at times. We were probably a little too passive on it at times, but it's hard not to be when you have, gifted players like that coming at you full speed, and they both played, incredible tonight. And I think, like I said, though, at the end of the day, you take that one, you run, and you try and get greedy and take two at home.
Left side fourth row, Robert.
Matt, with that goal going in, especially after the first one went off Rope, it looked like how big?
Wanted to give him an apple. Rope said thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll take those apples. Let's go.
The first one that hit him, I'm like, this is kind of par for the course this postseason for me. It's, if there's something that could go wrong, it did, and then it comes back and it goes in, and I couldn't believe I still had room. So, kind of a funny one. But yeah, it feels good. I mean, at the end of the day, though, like I've talked about, my process personally, and just trying to focus on that, and things like that come if you stick with it. And as a team, it's the same thing. And you want to, if you roll out your A game individually and as a team more often than not, you're gonna have results, and you just gotta stick with it. And fortunately, that one bounced for me tonight. So hopefully that's more of that to come, and less of the hitting my own teammate in the ass.
Right side front row, Tracy.
This is for either one of you. I'm just curious, when you're going into the third period down 3-1 and Was there anything said during the second intermission, just as far as, what you wanted to do, especially with the second being as rough as it was?
Yeah, I think things are said, but there's also there's a calmness to our group. There always has been. I've seen it over the last few years, and I don't know where it kind of really started, but we have, a lot of belief in us, and we never really think we're fully out of a game. And I think the message right now for all of us is it's been pretty cool to be here 3 years in a row, but you don't get to be here 4 or 5 years in a row, right? So you gotta, find ways, different nights, whether it's tonight being down 3-1 or, next game being up 3-1 and finishing 5-1. You can't just, try to respond the next game. I think that was the message, was we got to respond right now. We're at home. They're a great team. They're a great team on the road. We know what it's like playing in their building too. So, as much as we want to steal 2 at home, we're expecting to win 2 at home. So, we're excited.
Right side, front row, Mike.
Hey, Matt. I believe this you gave up the first goal as a team for the 11th time in 14 games.
Oh, Mike's stats. Here we go.
I know, it's all terrible.
Those are the stats you have, huh? The negative ones?
But point being, it seems like you guys have it hasn't been easy, and that's kind of made you tougher as a team. And like, honestly, what Tyler said.
Yeah, exactly what he said. I mean, we have a calmness to this team. That's something I noticed when I signed here, and I've been in, when you're in, whether, over the course of however many years, 16 years, you're in a lot of different locker rooms, even within the same organizations, and you see different characteristics and different things that kind of come and go. And the one thing that's impressed me about this group from day one is just the even keel, win or lose, play well, play bad, have a great period, have a bad period. It's just right back at it. And I mean, you can probably tell by our body language right now that we're happy we won, but it's not, there's so much work left to do. And that's the focus. And, at the end of the day, we have 7 wins left to reach our goal. And until you get that last one, there's no time to sit in a game, win or lose. So I think you give up a first goal, it's water off a duck's back. You just keep going.
We'll take a couple more. Left side, fourth row, Sean.
To the idea of the 3 teams you've played so far being very different in makeup and style, how much of a game like that is maybe you guys, figuring a team out when you see them for the first time as the game goes on?
Yeah, I mean, I think, unfortunately, we definitely were trying to figure them out, I think, early on in that game. It's probably why the score was how it was, maybe on both sides. But it is a different hockey game. So it's just, trying to adapt and get to our game as fast as we can for what we're going against. And, we didn't necessarily do that tonight, but we got things that we're going to work on and talk about and fix and try to have a better game too.
Right side, fourth row, Tim.
Yeah, Tyler, continuing on that negative trend that Mike started. It has been 14 years since you won a cup. There are some people, you're welcome.
At least he's got one.
Every year around this time, I started seeing Tim around here.
It has been.
Hey, Tim.
Good to see you again.
You too.
I had a question in here somewhere.
Sorry.
It's been 14 years.
Yeah.
Some people wondered if you had a lot of 2-goal games or podium games left. And you had some big games against Colorado, obviously.
Who wondered
and now
that?
this. How satisfying is it to be able to show people and to keep doing this?
Yeah, I mean, we touched on earlier. It's satisfying to win, and whether it comes back to me or the talk of whatever you're talking about there, we all got to chip in. We all got to, it's not going to be him and I on the podium. Maybe next game, maybe it will be, but there's different guys that step up at different times. And that's what makes a team deep and successful. And we hear all the noise of depth and, how good Edmonton's depth was the last few rounds and how good they still are. And, we got to do our job too and our part. And that's the only way we're going to beat these guys.
2 more, right side in the back.
Matt, you mentioned how important Miro's goal was at the start of the third period. Is he kind of looking like a guy who's getting better and better every game, and how much more dangerous does that make you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think
he's so good.
You could see, you could see him at the start of getting him back feels like getting 2 players back. I mean, that's just, you know, Harley's a similar type situation. Lindell, you know, like these guys that log those minutes, it feels like you get two guys back because of what they can do and the minutes they can log. And I thought in Game 6 against Winnipeg, Miro was maybe the best player on the ice, and he was, you know, great again tonight. We depend a lot on him, and we're a very deep team up front and on the back end, and so we could, you know, manage without him. But when you get a guy like that back, you know, it shows a lot. And he was he's trending in the right way for us for sure. And it's definitely been an injection into our you know, into the lineup for sure.